I was wondering what your impressions were of the draft, free agency, and trade additions that were made, and how you think what kind of difference you think it'll make on the team.
It's gonna make a difference for sure. We got some great pickups. Honestly, I've been watching some of them that I don't know, especially the ones we drafted. I don't really know their game. I've been watching their individual workouts, and but the players we trade for, they're amazing players, amazing defenders, and I think they're gonna help us in a lot of ways.
Okay, Mark Medina.
Hi, Luka. Good to see you. Hope you're hanging in there. When the playoffs ended, Rick had said that even with how much you've accomplished your first 2 years in the league, that he sees you being even better this upcoming season. I was wondering, how do you view that, and what have been the things that you're doing to try to build off of what you've already done?
I mean, I hope so too. Every year I want to be better. That's the goal. For me, like I always say, I want to win the championship. And that's the goal we entered last year. That's the goal we're gonna enter this year as a whole group. And during this pandemic, all this stuff is gonna be different season. Some players might get corona, get sick, not be able to be with the team 10 days. So I think there's gonna be a big part on which team is not gonna have positive people, and there's gonna be a lot of time together. I think that's gonna be a key.
Okay, next up is Skylar Dixon, AP.
Hey there, Luka. When you look back on it, how valuable was that first playoff experience?
I mean, it was, not great because we didn't win, but, it was my first playoff experience, against an amazing team, a team that was going to win a title. And, I learned a lot, not just me. I think the whole group learned a lot. And, we're just going to learn from that, and hopefully we can use it again this year.
Tim Cato.
Hey, Luka. We were just talking to Josh Richardson, and he was talking about meeting you at 16 out in Santa Barbara. I assume that probably was the P3 workouts. Do you remember meeting him then, and just what that experience is like, and did you keep up with him in the years since then?
Yeah, I remember. It was Santa Barbara. I was still playing for Real Madrid. I was young. I think I was 16. We were working out in the morning in P3, and play some pickups in the afternoon. And since then, we always talk a little bit. Always we gotta play the FIFA stuff. But he likes soccer. I like soccer, and we were keeping up with each other since then.
Okay, Callie.
Hey, Luka, what parts of your game, you mentioned wanting to improve, but what parts of your game did you focus on these last couple of months, and what are you going to focus on going forward?
Like I always say, you gotta work on everything. You're never gonna be until you're the best at something. You gotta always work on it. And I'll just work on everything. Especially my shooting.
Okay, Coop.
Hey, Luka, just to follow up on that, just what about your shooting have you been spending a lot of time with? And generally speaking, do you think that the biggest improvement for this team will come really from your experiences of last year, specifically being able to close out games better? And, the fact that you were able to do a little bit of that in the bubble, is that a sign that you believe that, that problem is pretty much in the rearview mirror?
First of all, the first question about shooting, just a lot of shooting, a lot of positions, every position, just a lot of shooting. And the second one, not just me, I think the whole group. Last season we had a lot of games that we didn't close the way we should. We were up like 7 minutes ago, and we lose it at the end. And I think everybody learned from that. We were a young team, and I think right now, this season is gonna be way better than last season.
Ryan Klein.
Hey, Luka, Ryan Klein from Mavs China with a question from a Chinese fan. Looking around the league and thinking about your own rookie experience, is there anyone in this year's rookie class who you think is especially promising or who you're excited to see develop?
I mean, I'm excited for a lot of people, especially our two rookies. First of all, it's got to be the rookies you have on the team for sure. I hope, and I think they're gonna do really good. But there's every year there's a couple of players in the draft. They gotta show up and do good stuff. But specifically now.
Okay, Dana, you'll close us out on English.
Luka, welcome back. Thank you. Before we officially move on to this next season, you've had several weeks now to reflect on last year, and one shot that is still being talked about, of course, is your game winner in the playoffs. If you will, can you take us back through that shot, what you remember about it now, how you were able to get so open, get that look you wanted as it unfolded?
I mean, I remember, just getting to my spot. I think that's the key in the game winners. You got to get to your spot in the shot. You're confident, and like I always say, the way that when I made it, I look at the bench and everybody was running towards me. I still remember that.
If you can just elaborate a little bit more on the emotions you felt as you did see it go in and the teammates coming out.
I mean, I don't remember the emotions because after that game, I was thinking about how I felt when I made the shot, and I didn't remember. I was just happy, so that was it.
Okay, I'm gonna do actually one more in English with Christos from Greece, and then we'll move on to Spanish.
Hello, Luka. I would like to ask you how big challenge for you and how hungry you feel to face Facundo Campazzo next season at Denver.
I'm not happy because he's an amazing player, but no, I'm kidding. I'm happy for him to be here. He deserves it, but I'm gonna cheer for him every game, just not against us. Because he's a pain in the ass in the defense. So
how would you describe what it is this year, what it is about, and how what the most important things are?
It's day to day. I mean, today we might be playing, tomorrow we won't be. It's the CDC and this one test and you're out, the team is out. I don't think it made sense for basketball teams. I think you have to look at each case individually. We try to isolate our players so that if one gets positive, the other players haven't been around that much. That's hard to do. But if we don't get some balance in this, every week there's going to be 10 games changed. And then the biggest concern, once you quarantine, which happened to us, you didn't practice for 14 days. Well, any semblance of what you're doing, and the players can't work out. They can't come in the gym, work out. So it's really 14 days off, and now you got to play basketball. And, we played a good team, so Bryant was a very good team. We could have lost to them anytime. But it just being out of sync completely, it's hard to play basketball. And then if you're in the season and you get 14-day sabbatical, and for us, we could come back the second day and play at Duke. I mean, we can't probably beat Duke if we practice for 14 days. But if you have 14 days off, you probably can't be competitive in that situation. I noticed the CDC has said something about, well, maybe only a 7-day or a 10-day quarantine. That would be a little better, but I haven't seen any movement on that. But this is a very difficult time. Our players have worked hard. We've had 700 tests since we got back in school, and we've had just 2 positives. So really, our players are doing well. They're taking care of themselves, and they're staying away from social gatherings. But still, it can happen. And 2 of our coaches, including me, I went out to dinner a couple nights, and that's where, I got it. I mean, all of our positives have come from outside the program, in town or someplace. And it's just, I felt great. It's just one of those things. Some people that are healthy just don't have any effect by this. And the thousands of athletes across the country who've tested positive in college sports have all come back strong. All the professional golfers and the professional football players who tested positive have come back strong. So this obviously is something that really affects older people and people with conditions. And it kind of touches younger people, but it's